Oh shit. I knew something like this was bound to happen again. As you can see, the left side of the stem light RGB lighting is not working. But it works on the other side where I replaced the RGB lighting tube. That side is still working. But I had a feeling that it was gonna give out on the other side. It's like one thing after another with this Teverun Supreme scooter. If it's not the RGB lighting issue, then it's the little cylinder silver piece pin inside the photo mechanism that cracks in half. It cracked half on me 2 times already. Oh, look at that. Look, it turned on. So yeah, that's very unusual. I just found out like 5 minutes ago when I just pulled over home, when I just got home from work. Wow. Okay, so I guess I don't have to replace the RGB lighting, but man, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love this scooter. You know, it's beautiful, sleek design looking, the black stealth. I know I could have put maybe like fiber vinyl on the front or rear fender, but I'm probably just gonna leave it the way it is. But yeah, the only cons that I have about this scooter is that shitty little pin that's in the folding mechanism that's thin. It should have been thicker and maybe titanium material or something more durable than what it is. And oh, look at that. Turned off on its own, the RGB lighting. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to order that from Mini Motors. Like now, the other side of the tube. Man, I tell you, man, it's a pain on the ass to do the installation of the RGB lighting tube on this thing. It's a nightmare. I believe it took me more than an hour to do the other side. Wow. And yeah, just that the headlight lamp, it should have been brighter, you know. It just doesn't do shit when you're like going fast. It's more so people can see you at nighttime, but still, it's not helpful when you're like want to go fast as shit on the scooter at night. Doesn't do anything. So yeah, what else am I gonna talk about? I seen the video today of the Teverun 7260R model, the one with 13-inch tires, dual 2,500 watts, and I think goes up to like 65 miles per hour, like the same as the Cabo Wolf King GTR. Like I'm tempted to buy that scooter only if they that pin is not the same as the one that's installed inside the Supreme. Only if it's thicker or like I don't know, maybe made of titanium. But yeah, it's not in the U.S. market yet. I heard it's like it's on Alibaba or I don't know, something like that. And I noticed like the folding mechanism design too is like the same as the Dutron 3 too. So yeah, I'm tempted to also get the Dutron 3, but I just don't want to go through the same shit like I'm going with my Supreme with that little pin that cracks in half. Like you don't even have to go like that fast. If you hit like a speed bump like pretty hard, but you're not going fast, you could have a chance to crack on that little pin. And it doesn't matter how they talk about how you have that adjusted. That's got nothing to do with it. It's just given the fact that that pin inside of it is thin. It should have been thicker, and that's just one thing that Teverun screwed up when manufacturing or designing the scooter. That little pin. So I'm not gonna go by that how it's gotta be adjusted. If you have that little bolt like tight, you're gonna have stem play, and that's probably a less chance of the stem, I guess, cracking. That I mean, the little pin cracking. If you have it like loosened out a little bit far out, which the little bolt is the little head is sticking out more, then you're gonna make the stem like rock solid, and that's how I want the stem to be. But I cannot even have it like that without worrying about the chance of that pin cracking. So yeah, I gotta double check again on that Dutron 3, the little pin. I gotta see if it's thicker than the one that's in the than the Teverun Supreme. If it's thicker, then I might get that Dutron 3 when it's on sale. And what I need to find out too is if the pin that's inside the Teverun 7260R, if it's thicker. And other than that, this thing is gorgeous. Mm, Man, like I love riding this thing, but I just cannot ride in peace without worrying if that pin is gonna crack or not. And I just hate that feeling. You just can't ride in peace with the thought of like, you don't know if it's gonna crack on you. You don't even have to even go that fast for that thing to crack. The little pin inside the photo mechanism. Um, one thing to be aware, like, okay, okay, automatically shuts off. I forgot about that too. But yeah, one thing I advise you guys to do too is don't try to go off-roading on this thing, because you're definitely gonna crack that little pin that's inside that photo mechanism. I know they were showing off on Teverun channel, like showing off the scooter doing a little bit of off-roading. I mean, it looks like it's capable of doing off-roading the way the suspension is set up, but it's not that the problem. It's just that little pin, that little shitty pin that they put inside that photo mechanism. So yeah, and another thing I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I installed that. That's the second time that I reinstalled that little pin from Mini Motors. And I asked them, did you guys get the upgraded pin for the Teverun Supreme? And I think they told me no a couple days ago. And I think they told me that they were having a tough time getting in touch with the Teverun company. I don't know what the issue is. And I guess it just seems like to me like as if Mini Motors don't like Teverun company too. Because I noticed like how the Blade GT disappeared from the website, and I noticed that the Teveron 11, the Fighter 11, is not on their website too. And how they put a tremendous sale on the Supreme, like 3,200 something. I don't know. I guess they're trying to get rid of the scooters. They won't buy any more scooters from this company. Cause I guess I don't know what their issue is with the Teveron company. Another thing I asked them too was, would you guys sell the Teverun 7260R on your inventory? And then they said, nah, unfortunately we're not gonna sell in our inventory. So I don't know exactly what happened. Seems like Teverun fell off the cliff. Don't get me wrong, man. They make some of the most fucking beautiful scooters, man, on the market. Teverun, man, it's like, to me, in my opinion, it definitely looks better than a fucking Cabo Wolf King GT. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but that's the way I see it as. Though a Wolf King GT is more stable because it has the dual stem, but this thing has a thick single stem with a steering damper. It's still sturdy as shit when I go above 60 miles per hour. I don't have no stem wobble or death wobble. None of that. So yeah, I just can't believe this shit. How I cannot ride the scooter with thinking that it's gonna crack or not, that little pen. And what else? Yeah, and I noticed like the rear tire loses more air than on the front side. I guess because there's more power on the rear motor than on the front. Maybe because of that, so I gotta check on my P setting to even out the power both motors offer. Not one side more powerful than the other, because that's probably the reason why the rear tire loses more air than on the front side. And I guess that's pretty much it. Um, this thing here, this hook here for the latch to fold the scooter to pick up and go. This thing here doesn't bother my feet. They say like it gets in the way, but it never bothers me because most of the time when I put my feet on the rear fender, I put it here. I never put my feet here. I put it like this. I'll show you. See? I put it like most of the time like this. Yeah, and the scooter is like a perfect, like some people had to complain like the stem is like short, but it's like a perfect suitable size for me because I'm a short person. I'm like 5'4" or 5'5", something like that. So yeah, this thing I guess is not designed for tall people. It's for the people that are like 5 foot, maybe close to 6, I guess. Man, oh man. So I think I have seen the price on the 7062R Teverun scooter, and I think it's pretty much I think the same price as the Dutron 3. But in my opinion, it might be better. It might be better than the Dutron 3, and the reason why too is because it has bigger tires. It has 13-inch tires. Has a 60 amp battery. I forgot what's the maximum range, but I just think overall I think that scooter might be a better option than the Dutron 3. Though the Dutron 3, it looks better at nighttime. Don't get me wrong. It's got the underneath blue neon light, and Teverun scooters don't have that neon color that's underneath the deck. It's just the lights on the Dutron 3 that look more flashier than the Teverun lights. That's my personal opinion. Um. So yeah, guys, give me a comment if you guys have had like this issues that I'm talking about with this Teverun Supreme, like RGB lighting issues, fucking pin cracking in half, or being bent, or maybe like the headlight not turning on anymore, or whatever. Just give me a comment, guys. Tell me what you guys think. I'll upload another video another day. See you guys.